Okay, so here we are. This is a new thing I'm doing. This is just a Planet Coaster video. I just wanted to check it out. I've been playing Planet Coaster for a couple years. I'm not that great by any means. I'm not a really talented builder, I don't think. But, you know, I just wanted to have some fun. It just seemed like a good time to fill the time, so to speak. So I go ahead and just pulled it out and decided to start a new project. The goal for this is to sort of build a vintage park. It's just kind of using the stuff from the vintage pack. I'm going to be, I'll be using stuff from everything, but it's just going to be more of a sort of like an old school fair type of park within like a city. I chose the city sandbox. And I am just starting with an entranceway. This is going to be really simple and quick. This is not going to be a very complex building. Like I said, I'm not the most detail oriented. There's so many other people out there that do so much more complex builds. I'm definitely more basic, if you will. So I just decided to just kind of play around with the painted wood here, and just kind of made it just basically yellow and purple as our main colors here. But the reason why I did this was just to sort of make a sort of quick and easy entranceway. I'm a big fan of theme parks, and for me the entrances are the things that I don't care about as much. There's a few entrances I'm trying to think off the top of my head that really stand out to me. I think Six Flags Magic Mountain probably has a little bit more of an iconic entrance with the what's that white stuff on that white wire work at the beginning. But even still, that's just kind of like an archway, and so I just entrances don't mean a whole lot to me. Disney has a pretty iconic park entrance with the train station, but that's even pretty simple too. Even when you think about it, it's pretty simple. So I don't think entrances need to be all that grand or spectacular. I think I'd rather just make the park itself a little bit more. I'd spend a little bit more detail on those, but again, this is just something that'll get the job done. I wanted to just sort of make a few little entrance gates with some tunnels, and then I'll put some information booths in the building as well for people to buy whatever it is. I think yeah, there we go. I think I'm popping those in right now. But the idea really is just to really get the job done. Just make it a building to get everyone in. Just some simple windows. As you can see, I'm just plopping those in right here. Again, still going with that yellow and purple color scheme. Not going to deviate from that really too much. And I think I'd rather spend more time with the coaster building themselves in terms of going all out in the details. So I'd like to do, like I said, again, the theme is really just more of a vintage park. I'd rather get some more classic rides. I think the goal would be maybe like I think I'd rather do a wooden coaster to start with. I'm trying to decide the color scheme. I want to think there's a wooden roller coaster at my home park that I really like. It's a white one. I think that's a really interesting color scheme, but I'm probably just getting too far ahead of myself. That's for another time. Let's focus on this building right here. Again, just quick little office building here. Again, this little information booth. I'm not going to get too realistic, so to speak. Like, I know a lot of coaster or Planet Coaster players, they like to build backstage areas to make everything look like a real functional operational park. I'm not necessarily into that. This is more about if the guests can see it. Sorry, I had to make a quick cut there. I apologize. So anyways, what I'm saying is I forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. First video, it's not going to be seamless, so I had to make a cut in my video there, so everything kind of paused for a minute. So I just sort of sat there for about a minute straight, wondering why the footage wasn't continuing, and well, that'd be why, because I wasn't playing. So yeah, if you see a glitch there, besides the footage in this, if you notice, I'm not quite sure why it is that my footage here is very glitchy, and about every few seconds or so I can see that it wants to like roll back about half a second, and I'm not quite sure why that is. I'm gonna try to work on that, try to work out the kinks of this to make this a little bit more of a enjoyable viewing experience for you, because as of right now I'm not. It's very strange why it wants to do that. So if you are seeing this and you know why it's going on, I wonder if it's just my software to begin with. It could just be the video editing software I have, because I don't recall it playing back so glitchy when I first initially recorded it and started watching it. So I wonder if it's just because I have it up in my program, but I'm really not tech savvy, so yeah, it's going to be a mystery to me unless I can figure it out. So I do apologize. Hopefully you can just see the product that's on the table and enjoy that, and hopefully enjoy the means in which we use to get there. So anyway, so here's our little entrance plaza. Again, I just wanted to put a little wood roof over it to give a little bit of a shade for that, and at this point I'm messing around with some signage. So I put this big sign on here. I think I end up with that. I do make a couple of changes throughout here to that sign. That seems a little. It seems a little too extravagant for the feel I'm going for here, but I think I have it right now as just a placeholder. I am not too crazy about it, but I wanted to fill up that big space I had up top of that building in the center there, and I didn't want to plop another window on there. That didn't really seem like it was going to get the job done. Thought maybe a clock, which I might end up going back and revisiting that idea, but just wanted to detail things up a little bit here. So you'll see I'm going to put an awning and stuff over the information kiosk windows here. I tried to go in with this, but it was a little too small for that, so I went ahead and colored this one up again with our purple and yellow. Stuck her into the wall there. This is great. I like that. I think that I really like the awnings in Planet Coaster. I think they're pretty enjoyable. But anyway, so I think I was talking about wooden coasters before it got cut off. So anyway, so wooden coasters. I want to build a wooden coaster. I think that's going to be the first goal of this park, is to build a nice wooden coaster. Very simple there and back again. Which is, if you don't know the term there and back coaster is really just it's a big coaster that just goes all the way out to one end of the park, does a little quick U-turn all the way back. And I think those are pretty standard. Those were kind of coasters that were very popular in wooden coasters, because it takes up a lot of space and it's great. It's great for airtime. And you know what? That's really something I should be talking about when we get to it. Let's talk about what I'm talking about here. And I'm just putting some planters over the building, over the archways there. I think it makes it look, pretties it up a little bit. I do feel like I'm kind of all over the place, but that's usually what happens when I'm just flying from the seat of my pants here. I'm just playing around with it. So hopefully my rambling isn't too annoying, and if it is, I could just in the next time just go ahead and just let the buildings speak for themselves, and I don't have to ramble on through the whole thing. But I think some of my favorite Planet Coaster videos are the ones where they have commentary over the whole thing. But anyway, so got the plopped the little tile, the wood tile roofing on the other side. I think that really makes the building, it serves its function as just the entrance. I will probably put a couple of buildings to the side to even it out and help make the entranceway a little bit more, fill it in a little more. As you can see, I'm messing around with the signs. I put this sign on there, but then I felt that was way too advanced for what I'm going for. I feel like this is like this park, I'm not really sure, I don't really have like a real life inspiration for it, but what I'm thinking is that it's a park that has been around for like 100 years, and obviously they've made adjustments throughout the years, but in that time, a city has grown much bigger around it. So this sign here, the reason why I'm still with it is because this could just be one of the updates they've made. So it's like throughout time they've maybe added some newer coasters, nothing too crazy, nothing like a B&M Hyper or anything like that, but they've added a few different coasters out there, so it's almost going to be like you're going to be able to see the types of where they are. So it's like I might build a Schwarzkopf somewhere in there, so you can see like, in the 80s that they were able to get like something that was the new big thing. So that's kind of the building right there. So you're just plopping it around. So the building is pretty much built, and right now I'm just putting in the path. Again, I'll go into more detail probably in the next one as I just add in some more things. This was just something I did really quick, very fast. It's not it doesn't take a whole lot of time, I don't think, to build an entrance that's serviceable. It's just one that you can do in like 20 minutes or so if you just know what you're doing, have the basics, which I think I have the basics down. I might move it, but yeah, just a quick, easy entrance build. That's about it. Again, I will try to be better for next time.